So if you'd like to hear any lore whatsoever, make sure you're in the Discord. And this week's lore is on the Atomic Wrangler from Fallout New Vegas. The only functioning casino on what was formerly Fremont Street in Las Vegas is now part of New Vegas, but more accurately, I should say, it's part of Freeside. Now, this casino is run by the Garrett twins, both Francine and James Garrett. And this casino offers up a couple of quests, some of them being Debt Collector, all of them being Debt Collector, Talent Pool, Wang Dang Atomic Tango, Big Winner Atomic Wrangler, Friend of the Followers, Long-Term Care, and Smooth Talking Criminal. Now, this is a staple, the Wrangler. Actually, I'd like to show something off. Give me just a moment. Now, I have, not the brag, but I have the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition, and one of the tokens that you get of the casinos is of the Atomic Wrangler. Please focus. Chip, token. I don't know why it's not wanting to focus. Here it is in all of its glory. It's a very nice chip. I love the way it's done. The little homage to Dr. Strangelove, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Just such a nice token. It's only worth 10. It's also something that when Olive and I created the show, we looked at these and went, oh, wow. We drew a ton of inspiration for the logo and the color scheme from this coin from the game without even realizing it. But it is a staple of the Wasteland. It's a staple of the Mojave. It's a staple of New Vegas. And some of the people that like to hang out here, it's a very popular hangout for the Van Graffs, the Kings, some caravanners, and some of the NCR citizens that are passing through that aren't poor, but just a little down on their luck. The bottom floor is comprised of a stage, a bar, a cashier room, a kitchen, and bathrooms. There's also a very hard lock door to a storage room that the key is held by the Garrett twins, but because of their own incompetence, they'll open the door and then never lock it again, meaning you can get inside of it. The second floor has a balcony that looks over the bar and the stage, and this is also where some of the rooms are. There's a couple hotel suites that are there, and also a room that you can rent out, as well as the corner room, all of this located on the second floor. The third level is the living quarters of the Garretts and the Wranglers employees. And it's something that I never thought about, especially in a place like New Vegas, is the people that work in these casinos. If you look at someone like Swank and Benny, Benny has a suite, but never in my mind did I ever think this is exactly where Benny lives. It's where Benny hangs out. I thought that's where Benny takes girls back to. I thought Benny had some place somewhere else, but it would make sense that he would have, even in the comic, there's that really dope shot of Benny looking over Vegas. So it would make sense that he would live here. If anybody would live there, I could see like the head guy living there. But all of the Atomic Wranglers people work and live inside of the Wranglers. So you live at your job pretty much, which is fine if that's what you're into. What's neat about this is if the courier is found in the guards area, the employee area, the guards will follow you around and ask you to leave, and they are not immediately hostile, even if you break in. Now, because this is a casino, you could come in to gamble, and if you're playing the game like I feel like a lot of us played the first time we ever picked the controller up, you did a playthrough that was high luck just to see what would happen. And if you play with high luck, I don't know about any of the other games, because I was always told you never play roulette and you never play slots. You stick to blackjack because you have the highest chance of winning. If you play blackjack, you're more likely to hit 21s and you're more likely to just come out winning. So if you hit an accumulation of 1,250 caps, you're given a beer as a gift. If you hit 2,500, so 2,500 or more, you're given a whiskey and a Dapper Gambler hat. If you hit 3,750 chips, you are given absinthe, rum and nuka, and a Dapper Gambler's suit. Now, these are all things that can help you get into New Vegas. New Vegas has the 2,000 chip credit check to make sure you have enough money to get in. If you have a decent luck or you just feel like playing a few hands, you can go and try to get 2,000 caps, but also the Dapper Gambler's suit gives you a buff that might help you, not only at the casinos, but might help you get in as well. Now, if you hit 5,000 chips, you're banned. And because this is such a small casino, there's actually no floor manager. So when you're given these gifts, instead of someone approaching you like they do in the Gamora or the Tops or the Ultralux, they're just given to you. They're just in your inventory. Same thing with being banned. Now, if you get banned, you can't gamble any longer, but you can still just walk around. You can still mosey. You can still look at stuff. Now, I get all of my lore off of fallout.fandom.com, and the Atomic Wrangler is something that I wanted to cover. I believed it would have a little more lore to it without touching the characters or the quests that go into it. I wanted to talk about it itself. But it is inspired by a real-life place. It's inspired by a place called Atomic Liquor that is on Fremont Street in Las Vegas. And the logo of it, the man riding the atom, is reminiscent of Dr. Strangelove, or how I decided to start loving the bomb. There's a character who goes by the nickname of King, and his last name is Kong, who drops out of a plane on the nuke waving his hat. It's a very, very famous shot. You've probably seen that, even if you haven't seen the movie. You've seen something reminiscent of that iconography. All of that is inspired for the Atomic Wrangler. The Atomic Wrangler Crier. I get all of my lore off of fallout.fandom.com, the Nukipedia, if you will. The Atomic Wrangler Crier has a very famous... I'm going to play it. It's right here.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
It's one of those things that every time I play this game, I think of it. I go past, I think, hungry, thirsty, horny. It's just one of those things that I can't escape. And it's said by like a 15-year-old. Some of the inhabitants that you can find inside of the Atomic Wrangler are Caleb McCafferty, Francine Garrett, like I said, James Garrett, Hardin, Henry Jameson, Beatrix Russell, our boy Fisto, Santiago, or Old Ben. There's also a Nuka-Cola Victory in here. And like I said, I get all of my stuff from the Nukipedia, but that's all the Nukipedia really has to offer. It's a really cool casino. I feel like it's very easy to miss if you're not one of those people that just wants to look at everything. I feel like the first time I played, I wasn't really looking at everything, and I missed it. I missed Fisto. I remember someone telling me about Fisto. I was like, I'm sorry, what? It's a robot that the guy wants, and he puts his fist in his butt. Tight. Like, I didn't see it. Didn't do it. This is a very cool vault. It's a very cool casino, very cool addition to the world. Makes the world feel more alive, even if the lore on it seems to be a tad short. But that, my friends, is all I have for this week's lore. Hey, hi, it's Vince. I hope you enjoyed that video you just watched. If you'd like to support in any sort of way, in the description below there's links to my Twitter, the show's Twitter, and the Patreon. You could support at any level, and you could be on screen like some of the names are currently. I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching, and if you get a chance, check out another one of my videos. I'd really appreciate it. Share it with a friend. Cool. I'll see you guys later. Be safe. I love you. Bye.